Brooks, you have such an important job because people truly rely on you. And I think that, they also trust you.
It's not acting, it's who we are.
Yes.
What our mission is every morning, to bring the news, weather the traffic, to prepare people to get out the door and have a great day.
Right now on Fox 35 News at 10, from the presidential mansion to a New York City courtroom. Captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro expected to face a federal judge tomorrow. Tonight, Venezuela remains under U.S. control, but for how long?
And we think a better future for the people of Venezuela also is stabilizing for the region.
Venezuelans living in Central Florida coming together in support tonight, the future they hope to see in their home country.
Do you want to explain to me why you were sticking your hand in mailboxes?
And Orlando police say they caught this guy red-handed. Why they say this isn't the first time he's tried to play mailman.
And it is back to the grind for a lot of folks tomorrow, heading back to school and headed back to work for the first time after the holidays. We'll break down the morning commute because it's going to be a foggy one. We'll talk more about that coming up.
Fox 35 News at 10 starts now.
In just a few hours, Venezuela's ousted President Nicolas Maduro is expected to be arraigned in a New York courtroom on drug and weapons charges. Thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Larissa Leon. Tonight, Maduro remains behind bars after his capture by the United States military in his home country. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is now clarifying America's role in running Venezuela. He now says the U.S. government will not directly run the country, instead putting a quarantine on their oil supplies if leaders don't meet U.S. demands. Right now, Venezuela's new leader is Delcy Rodriguez, the country's vice president. She has publicly condemned the arrest of Maduro and has demanded his immediate release. President Trump is warning her to cooperate with America or, quote, pay a very big price. And tonight we are seeing very different reactions to the strikes from either side of the political aisle. Some Democrats are calling for the president to be impeached for not consulting Congress before authorizing the strikes. Fox 35's Madeline Rivera has the latest. Local reaction to the situation in Venezuela continues to pour in. Hundreds gathered at First Baptist Church of Orlando today to pray and support one another. Many expressed concerns about what is next for their home country. Fox 35's Stephanie Buffamonte joins us live from First Orlando. Stephanie.
Larissa, the word that I heard over and over again this evening was hope. Many people telling me they needed this. They needed to come together as one. As for what is next, our local congressmen tell me that they are going to be meeting with the president on Tuesday, where they will be briefed about the situation in Venezuela. Reporting live in Orlando, Stephanie Buffamonte, Fox 35 News.
Stephanie, thank you. Another major factor in the future of Venezuela is the country's oil industry. President Trump plans to take control of the supply and ask American companies to revitalize it. Fox 35 spoke with Congressman Mike Hardopoulos, who said that move could help your wallet.
We'll go back to Congress to see how we can be helpful in this transition. But in the end, the good thing is there'll be a lot more gasoline available for Americans. That means lower prices at the pump. And as you and I know, Stephanie, one of the reasons our inflation was so high in the Biden years is because gasoline was a heck of a lot more expensive than it is today. This can only help that situation and make sure our economy continues to grow.
Some analysts believe the situation isn't likely to have significant immediate impact on gas prices. Stay with Fox 35 for timely updates on the situation in Venezuela. Get the very latest details in the Fox Local app. It is free to download. Let's take a live look at the Launch Credit Union camera at Port Canaveral. It was a cloudy start to the day, but things are warming up. Soon as many people are heading to work or school, just in time, Laurel, for those back-to-school outfits, the new Christmas outfits. It's all warm for you guys.
Yeah, Larissa, it is going to be on the toasty side tomorrow, but it will be on the cool and foggy side as lots of kids are waiting out at the bus stop for the first time after the holiday break as we head through tomorrow morning. So taking a look, a foggy start to your Monday. This is where a lot of people are going to be heading back to work for the first time in a while. Temperatures are going to be in the mid 50s. So on the cooler side, you will need to grab a hoodie or a light jacket before you head out the door. But just be careful because, yeah, that fog is really probably going to be delaying you, as well as it could make visibility a little bit on the lower side. And this is going to be region wide, pretty much basically from about 4 a.m. until 7 a.m. That's when we're going to be seeing that fog mainly stick around. By 9 o'clock, it should be pretty much burned off. And then by 11, we're really going to be seeing those temperatures warm up. But be prepared for a very foggy morning. We had those mostly cloudy skies to start, but we're continuing to see those skies clear out as we take a look over Lake Fairview right now. Currently 58 degrees out there, but it is crystal clear along the coast. Temperature is going to continue to drop a few more degrees as we head through the overnight tonight and tomorrow. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to start the warm up with temperatures in the mid 70s and beautiful sunshine by the end of the day. So clearing skies through the overnight tonight, patchy fog on tap tomorrow. So take it low, take it slow out there. We're warming up this week, and then we could be seeing another chance of showers as we take a look ahead to next weekend. We'll talk more about that warm up and that foggy start as we head back to the grind coming up. Larissa?
Looking forward to it, Laurel. Thank you. In St. Johns County, lanes are reopening tonight following a major fiery crash on I-95. The crash happened around 5 o'clock this evening. Crews say the crash involved a semi-truck and 2 other vehicles. Investigators say it began with a fire caused by a diesel fuel leak. One person was rushed to the hospital with critical injuries. At this hour, 1 southbound lane and 1 northbound lane remain open. Crews say drivers should still expect delays as the scene continues to be cleared. Coming up later this year, astronauts are heading back to the moon for the first time in 5 decades. What they'll do once they get there. Plus, Laurel.
Hey, Larissa, we have a foggy start to the morning coming up as lots of folks are headed back to work and school. But we're in for a warm up. This is Mother Nature's way of kind of apologizing for a chilly start to 2026. We'll talk more about that coming up.
News breaks whenever it wants.
It just happens, and when it does, we're here for you.
Streaming live during and between newscasts, taking you to the heart of the story as it happens.
Information you need now. Stories that keep you safe, aware, and connected.
You can depend on us.
Tomorrow, many are heading back to school or work, and as you step out the door, expect some fog. But the good news, we're warming things up this week. Laurel, I'm so happy about this. As if it's not hard enough to get back to work and school, after the break. But now, little foggy start, but then warm. So just hold on.
Exactly. Honestly, if it was gloomy and rainy, I'd be calling out sick. Oh. I probably wouldn't be going to school, that's for sure. But luckily, we are going to be seeing that sunshine. So if you are headed back to school or work for the first time in a while, hopefully that sunshine will make this Monday just a little bit easier. But heads up, you are going to want to take it real slow tomorrow because visibility will be limited. There's going to be a good amount of fog out there tomorrow morning as temperatures start off in the mid 50s. That fog is going to be lingering with us until the mid morning before that sunshine really starts to work its magic. And then we're going to be warming up nicely with partly cloudy skies through the rest of the day. So let's forecast out that fog. Right now, things are looking good. But as we head through the overnight tonight, we're going to start to see that fog really pick up. And this is really going to be impacting areas across the I-4 corridor. And then this fog really gets widespread all across the region. This is prime time rush hour, 7 a.m. Lots of folks are going to be on the road, again, for the first time in probably a while as folks head back after the holiday break. It's going to be busy out there. Take it slow, pack your patience, maybe even get there a little bit earlier and leave a little bit earlier so you have plenty of time. Good news is right now that we still do have a little bit of cloud cover over Orlando. Really, in order for that fog to really form, we need those crystal clear skies and just a little bit of wind. We're still seeing a little bit of cloud cover, so hopefully this will delay that fog as we head through the rest of the overnight tonight. But we are seeing that cool breeze as well as those crystal clear skies over Port Canaveral right now. So areas, especially along the coast, definitely need to be careful out there as well for patchy, dense fog tomorrow morning. Forecast lows tonight, temperatures dropping down into the mid 50s. Heads up if you're on I-75, Gainesville and Ocala. Temperatures going to be lingering throughout the upper 40s, so it will be a little bit chillier in your neck of the woods tomorrow, but we're going to be warming up so nicely. If you love the temperatures today, you're going to love them even more tomorrow. With that little bit of added sunshine, those upper mid 70s are going to be feeling like the upper 70s tomorrow, and we're only going to be warming up from there. So breaking it down for tomorrow morning, crystal clear skies. Whatever clouds are left are going to be pretty much out of here. Tomorrow morning, we already talked about that fog, but there could be a couple of clouds out there. Other than that, we are smooth sailing for your Monday morning, and we're going to be staying dry for quite a while. Here's the reason why. We have this huge area of high pressure lingering just off to the east, and ultimately what this is going to do is take this warm air from the south, funnel it right into central Florida, and that's what's going to be warming us up quite a bit as we take a look ahead to next week. So probably the sweaters that you brought out for New Year's can probably be put back in the closet, because we are going to be seeing those temperatures in the low 80s. Taking a look Tuesday and Wednesday, even warming up into the mid 80s as we take a look ahead to Friday. So it is going to be a beautiful stretch of weather. Taking a look at the next 5 days, temperatures starting off throughout the upper 70s as we see tomorrow, warming up into the 80s, and then looking ahead into next weekend, maybe another frontal boundary moving through, giving us the possibility of a couple showers or two, but that's a next weekend problem. Let's enjoy the beautiful weather while we have it. Larissa?
Laurel, thank you so much. Well, next on Fox 35 News at 10, it's the final weekend of the NFL regular season. Did the Tampa Bay Bucks make the playoffs, or will they be staying at home? And the Jacksonville Jaguars are peaking at the right time. They clinched a division win today, but they've still got a tough matchup to start the playoffs. In the Fox 35 Sports Zone, the Tampa Bay Bucks' hopes of a playoff appearance were out of their hands today. Despite winning yesterday, the Bucks still had to hope the Carolina Panthers would beat the Atlanta Hawks today. Otherwise, they would miss the playoffs. Coming up, the future of our skies, how one rocket is the largest in the world, and it is set to launch right here in the Sunshine State. Plus, less than a month to go on Capitol Hill. Can lawmakers avoid another shutdown? From Fox 35 Mission Control, a live look now over the Space Coast, looking toward the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. The first rocket launch of the year blasted off just before 2 this morning. The Falcon 9 taking 29 Starlink satellites with it. This launch, the first of many for 2026. We've got upcoming launches January 8th, 10th, and 14th. And later this year, astronauts will head to the moon for the first time in 5 decades. They won't be landing on the lunar surface, though. Artemis 2 could launch as early as February. Fox 35's Esther Bauer has more. And next on Fox 35 News at 10, they clean, they deliver, and this one even does tricks.
Pepper uses cameras, microphones, and touch sensors to see.
A look at the robots moving into our daily lives when we come back. But first, we are saving you some cash with the Fox 35 Pump Patrol. Gas is $2.43 at the Walmart on 2845 North Old Lake Wilson Road in Kissimmee. We'll be right back after the break. A recent AARP report shows nearly 9 in 10 adults have experienced some form of fraud. Cybersecurity experts warn older Americans are often easier targets for scams as the tactics get more advanced.
They're using more and more modern technology, especially with seniors, that they may not be as up to speed about the latest threats. 3 things that we see most frequently is scamming on phone calls. Then there's the email scam. And they may get texts on their phones with those links that may be malicious.
According to Pew researchers, 32% of adults 50 to 64 have been a victim of at least one scam, just slightly higher than any other age group. Experts say it's vital to avoid clicking any text or email links without verifying the sender. From cleaning floors to delivering meals, robots are moving out of sci-fi and into everyday life. Fox 35 Brooke Taylor takes a look into the new innovation. A Business Watch tonight. After a drop in sales for 2 consecutive years, Tesla is no longer the world's most popular electronic vehicle maker. Chinese rival BYD is now the biggest EV supplier, selling more than 2 million vehicles this past year. Tesla sold about 1.5 million cars in 2025, down 9% from the year before. Some customers say they boycotted Tesla and Elon Musk's politics. U.S. consumers may be eligible for settlements in an antitrust action against some beef producers. The $87.5 million antitrust class action lawsuit claims several beef processors made a market allocation agreement to stop competing for market share. The lawsuit claims the companies then increased the price. Companies named in the lawsuit include JBS, Cargill, National Beef, and Tyson Foods. And it may be soon time to welcome back flamingos to the wild in Florida. How some state lawmakers are pushing back on this idea.
Join the conversation. The 407 is all about you.
This is an entertainer's dream view.
This isn't just a show. This is your space to share what matters most to you. Be our guest, tell your story, and join the action. They bring real snow and ice to the Sunshine State. Don't just watch, be a part of it. Meet me at 4 on the 407.
Caught on camera, wild videos showing two men caught on camera walking dangerously close to an erupting volcano in Hawaii. You see the men just yards away from lava fountains spewing 100 feet into the air. They can even be seen pointing at the webcam. Investigators say there weren't any authorized personnel or scientists in the area at the time. At last check, investigators haven't identified the men.
Nope. Too close for comfort.
Never know. Because if that were me, Laurel, I would have been with the one with the volcano.
I would have been going down the mountain with you, probably.
It'd be a different story.
I'm okay with getting a tan with the warmer weather that's on the way.
And then I love that. Less than a volcano.
Right? A little bit of positive here as we wrap up your weekend. I know a lot of folks are probably getting the Sunday scaries, but hopefully this is a little bit of a positive message as you're headed back to work or to school for probably the first time in a while. This week is going to be beautiful. Temperature is going to be lingering tomorrow throughout the upper 70s, and then we are riding in the 80s, taking a look all throughout the back half of next week. Just to put that into perspective, average high for this time of year, 72 degrees. So tomorrow is the coolest day of the week, and especially of the work week, and we're already running about 5 degrees above average, and we're going to tack up a couple more degrees as we do take a look Tuesday through Friday, as just those temperatures continue to warm up. And that's really just the pattern that we're in. So here's what we're looking at right now. We have this huge ridge of high pressure that's over the central and eastern part of the country, and it's because of this high pressure that's just going to be funneling in all of this warm air for us here in central Florida, and this is what's just going to continue to turn up the heat and actually make it pretty pleasant for areas all along the East Coast. So we have some gorgeous weather coming in as we head through the next couple of days. So if you do have any outdoor plans this week, maybe headed to the theme parks, extending your holiday vacation just a little bit, it's going to be beautiful. Here's your forecast for the start of the work week. We especially tomorrow morning, lots of folks going to be hitting the road. Kids are going to be waiting out at the bus stop. It will be foggy out there, especially that fog along I-75 and I-4, downtown Orlando, even up to Sanford. That's where we're probably going to be seeing dense, patchy fog out there. And it's going to clear out eventually as we head through your Monday afternoon. This is around lunchtime and things are pretty clear, not even seeing a cloud in the sky. And again, that's all thanks to this high pressure that's over here, because ultimately what this is doing is taking all of this warm air from the south and just funneling it up into central Florida and bringing it all the way up the East Coast. So areas that are probably feeling that chill right now are going to be feeling some warmer weather coming in, basically Richmond all the way up to New York and Boston as we head through the next couple of days. The downside to this, even though we have some absolutely beautiful weather coming in and it's a total 180 flip from what we had at the beginning of the year, quite literally, we are not going to be seeing any rain for the next 5 days. And with that, the drought monitor is probably going to get worse. I know we had a little bit of a drink of water yesterday from that rain, but overall that was nowhere near enough in order to combat those drought conditions that we are seeing. Starting to see those very dry conditions sinking into Sanford, Orlando, Kissimmee, up to Daytona, but we're really seeing those severe drought conditions up in Gainesville and Ocala right now. This model updates every Thursday, so we'll keep you updated on that. Downtown Orlando right now holding those low clouds out there. If these clouds linger a little bit later on, we'll probably see that fog a little bit delayed into tomorrow morning. So just make sure you are being careful with that. Forecast lows through the overnight tonight, lingering throughout the mid 50s, upper 40s if you live in Gainesville and Ocala. And taking a look at your 7-day forecast, you can't get a better forecast than that. It is absolutely gorgeous out for the next 5 days. It's going to be warm. It's going to be sunny. A light breeze kicking in, taking a look towards the back end of the work week. And then we may see another frontal boundary push through. That could lead to a couple of scattered showers. Taking a look ahead to next weekend. Larissa?
All righty, Laurel, thank you so much. We're just a few weeks away from the upcoming legislative session, during which state lawmakers will consider naming the flamingo the official state bird. Right now, that title belongs to the mockingbird. While flamingos are native to Florida, they're exceptionally rare, but it hasn't always been that way. Fox 13's Lloyd Sowers shows us what happened to Florida's flamingos and how they may be on the verge of a comeback. Go Peaches go! We'll still ahead a look at some new changes happening now inside our local theme parks. The wildest ride in the wilderness is making its return from refurbishment soon when Big Thunder Mountain will reopen. And there's no need to feel blue about this appearance, where in Disney World you'll get to meet popular Australian pup Bluey and her sister Bingo. Stay with us.
Fox 35 News is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
I'm Luann Sorrell. And I'm John Brown. Join us weeknights on Fox 35 News.
Inside Disney tonight, 2026 is expected to be a big year for the theme park, with lots of new attractions opening. We're starting with Cinderella's Castle at Magic Kingdom, which is due for a makeover this year. The pink castle will be swapped and restored to its classic look. Work is expected to start this month, but park officials have not specified when. Once painting begins, guests may see forklifts and other equipment during the mornings, but it will be moved out of sight by noon. The work should be completed towards the end of 2026. In Frontierland, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad will reopen in the spring after refurbishments. The coaster has been closed since last January. The new improvements will feature retouched mountains and new glowing caverns. At Animal Kingdom, the popular Australian pup Bluey is coming to Animal Kingdom. You can play and dance with sisters Bluey and Bingo and meet the pair at the conservation station. Guests can also enjoy experiences with the animals native to Bluey's home country of Australia. The duo will make their grand debut this summer. And for more theme park news, you can always head over to our website, fox35orlando.com, or download the Fox Local app. Still to come, we're only 14 days into 2026. How are your resolutions holding up? We've got some tips to keep you strong.
This program is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Trending tonight, a new way to keep track of your New Year's resolution. You may have heard of a vision board, but have you heard of using a bingo board? People are making customized bingo boards, or bin goals. You write down resolutions in each square, then cross it out when it's completed. It's a fun way to put a new spin on the old tradition. Experts also recommend rewarding yourself with a little treat and anytime you tackle the big one.
Oh. See, that's dangerous, though. I treat myself a little bit too much sometimes.
Seriously. Like, what kind of treat are we talking?
Oh,
like
sweet
coffee,
treat.
Sweet treat, trip, new clothes.
Maybe that's a little bit of a reward for a bigger one. I don't know.
Yeah. See, but that's my problem. How do you ration?
I get a reward for everything.
Do you have a resolution?
Ooh, that's a good one. So, the big one that I'm doing is taking the dog on a mile walk at least a day, working our way up to a little bit more, and then doing better on groceries. I've found I've been wasting a lot of food lately, so I want to do better. What about you?
Getting this baby on out of here and being a good mama. That is my resolution for the year.
You got this. You got this. You'll do just fine.
We'll both be great. Hey, thank you guys so much for sticking around. That'll do it for us here at 10. We'll see you back here on Fox 35's Good Day Orlando starting at 4 a.m. Monday morning. Have a great week.
I'm Garrett Weimer. Join me for Florida Live weekdays at 2 on Fox 35.